Hi everyone, super informal cup of joe today because it's Friday, but I've just been jumping on live in the Brilliance Reloaded group. And we are working on using language that really magnetizes clients, that really sounds like them. Okay, so everybody in my Brilliance Reloaded group is with me for the next 6 weeks. We've just done almost 2 weeks now. And we worked on really connecting with what made them them. We are working on pulling out language from that. And here's one sentence that we're workshopping right now that can have such a huge effect, hi Loredana, on how people see you and magnetize you. Right, so here's how it goes. If you write a bio, like a bio for social media or something, you know, and it's like, I help, insert here, type of people, to do, insert here what you do, so that they can, insert here what they can do, right? Fine, it works because it helps you to narrow down what it is you do and who for. But if we get really creative with that and use your language that speaks to your clients, well then guess what? That one sentence turns into a magnet. So rather than saying I help, what else could you use instead of help? Do you empower? Do you drop kick? Do you advocate? Do you encourage? Do you cheerlead? Right, so think about, oh, thanks, Loredana. Think about other words that describe what you do for your clients in a way that sounds like you. Do you rocket fuel, rocket launch? Do you gently ease, right? Think about ways that you can describe how you work for your clients. So I help, or use other words here, insert here and type of client. Now, when you're inserting the name of your ideal clients, of your ideal people, right? Rather than just saying female entrepreneurs or mumpreneurs or whatever, right? Think about the most aspiring version that your clients want to be and where they are now. Right? So maybe your clients want to be fire starters or go-getters or trailblazers or thought leaders. Make them resonate with the best version of themselves, but then also acknowledge where they are, right? So I empower nervous trailblazers or, you know, the next level fire starters to do that, right? So think about things that sound like you, that acknowledge them where they are, that also acknowledge where they want to be, right? So next is the end result of what they want, right? Do they want authority? Do they want clarity? Do they want freedom? But what word describes those values and those things in a way that sounds like you, right? So this is what I've done with the group. We've gone back to what I call the personal power paradigm, where we look at all the things that make us us, all our experience, expertise, personality, right? All the humor, all the quirks about us, all the things we know, all the skills we've had. Pull things from there to talk about your approach and to talk about their end result. So you end up with a similar framework to the I help, insert here, and type of client, to do, insert here thing, so that they can insert here result, right? But you end up with a really powerful sentence that speaks directly to your peeps, okay? And I want you guys to try this below. Morning, Rebecca. I want you to try this for yourselves. Like, start to experiment with it. Experiment with, what word can I use other than help that sounds more like me? Do I champion, advocate? Do I enable? Do I empower? Do I, you know, things like that. Then think about who your clients want to be and where they are now. What's the best version of that they want to be, and what language would they understand but also sounds like you? Acknowledge them where they are now, and then pull in the approach, the end result that they want. Do they want to be on stage? Well, how can we talk about being on stage in a tiny piece of phrase that they understand but also sounds like you? Okay, so you support. Okay, cool. Is there... And even with each word, Rebecca, I want you to play around with each word, because each word has a nuance to it that can totally magnetize your peeps. Because if you attract the right peeps in one sentence on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, you are able to get that impact in the world that you want. Right, you are able to get your message out there because people are like, oh, you get it, you get me, and you're, you know, and I understand your quirks and your approach just from that sentence. And then imagine, guys, if we apply that same thought process to every piece of copy, every piece of thing that we do, you end up with stuff that has so much impact that you'll be fighting off clients with a stick, right? Because people will be totally resonating and in love with what you do, because only you present it in that way, because only you have your lens, only you see the world and your approach on it in the way that you do. And when we let people see all the parts of you that are coming to your work, all the experience, expertise, approach and personality that you bring to your work in this world, when we do that, people could really see you. So Loredana, you inspire, empower business owners who struggle with social media to become the go-to expert in the field by sharing their knowledge with ease. Awesome, but I'm going to push you further, Loredana. I want you to question the words inspire and empower, because that's really commonly used. I want you to look at your personality quirks and traits, right? This is where we use creative thinking. We can use things like what films do you watch? What Netflix dramas do you watch? What magazines do you read? What genres inspire you? What music do you love, right? We can get word triggers from there so that we are using words that are not just inspire or empower, but go beyond that. And it sounds incredibly irritating at first when I say that, but I want you to bear with me, right? And also business owners. What type of business owners? What particular type of business owners? Are they creative nerds? Are they accountants? Like, are they financial gurus? Like, which business owners do you want? Which business owners would love you? Because talk to them. Do they struggle with social media, or do they drown in the idea of procrastination? Of like, think about terminology that speaks so much to your peeps that it's exciting, it's funny, it's you, right? Go-to expert in the field. Cool. Is there something else we can call the go-to expert? Is it the, some kind of authority? Can we talk about icon? Can we, think about words that will be relevant to your peeps. So keep working on it, because when you hone it down further and further and further, and keep trying it out, keep feeling into it, keep drafting something, then step away, then come back and redraft and step away, because we need the creative thinking process in this as well. We need the creative thinking process of allowing space for your brain to come up with ideas while you go ahead and implement. So you go and implement and you come back to it, and then you work in, sort of 15-minute chunks of stuff, have another redraft, then go away and forget about it. Because what happens then is that you end up with the illumination space in your brain for your brain to pop out some cool ideas, and you're working through all the time. We need more thought space than we need doing space, but that doing space needs to be really actions and productive. So I would encourage you guys to try this out and to let me know below how you get on. And, this is, I'm working on week 2 now with this Brilliance Reloaded group, and we're going through all this stuff. So if you want to be in the next round of Brilliance Reloaded, then I want to see some hands up, and I'm going to put the link below where you can get straight on the waitlist, because this is so important. This is like a brilliant framework that draws in your clients, that brings people to you. And right now the results are huge in this group already. From week 2, we're seeing new client sign-ups, we're seeing people own their messaging, we see them come out from behind the scenes of owning who they are as people and as brands. And what that does is it just opens the floodgates for people to come to you, and it's a simple framework taught in a really short space of time. So come say hi if you're watching on the replay. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll speak to you soon.